Hello viewers, this is buzzdowan. CK2 campaign, Suebi Britannia. This is part 4. And yeah, well, we should just start, I think, our time here. What is the situation? The most immediate thing that we want to do is we want to start focusing our air mostly to receive a proper Suebi culture. And for that reason, we need to give a county to one of our excellent marshals, Adoric, who's also a Suebi culture, and we'll cross our fingers so that he manages to convert our child to proper culture. So how much time do we still have? Let me check. So he will turn 6 end of July, so we have about a couple of months still. Yeah, and another thing which is really annoying, and it's totally my fault because I messed up with the war. I accidentally deleted my mercenaries. Oh, let's see this. For a little bit of gold, and this is very important. I assume the more gold you spend, the more likely you are to kill your target, which is this is the Earl of Kent. Yes, let's try it. Fingers crossed, guys. No, it didn't work. So we just spent money. So yeah, we have this problem here. He's in hiding. We're trying to kill him. We have quite a strong plot power, but he's in hiding. So I don't know what's the actual power now. It doesn't show here, but I'm pretty sure this number is not an actual representation of the plot power because of his in hiding status. I will continue doing this because I still think there's a small chance that it might happen. Okay, now our child is 6 years old. Now we'll just have to grant the county of Surrey to Adoric, our commander. County of Surrey. Everything perfect. This lowers our strength significantly, but that's the only way. So of course Adoric is happy, he likes us, and we will focus our child on heritage, which just increases the chance to flip culture. And we will assign a guardian, and we'll say that our new vassal, Count Adoric, Earl of Surrey, will be the guardian of our child. And it is, as you can see, it says here that he might become Suebi, which is exactly what we want. So this is it, and by doing this, by giving the county of Surrey away, we lost our steward, and well, we can just our new vassal is also a decent steward. So let's collect taxes and just continue. So now I don't need to follow him as close because he cannot leave our country now. What I'm really hoping now, I will track my heir from now on, and I'm really hoping that he converts him to Suebi. And of course, just as I mentioned, this did reduce our strength. I think we lost about 200 troops by doing this, by giving away county of Surrey. And we have a new child. I mean, our wife is pregnant, so we're hoping for a new child. This is good. Yes, we're still focused on intrigue, just to keep that number up, just to increase the chance of killing our disloyal vassal. Uh, so we lost the Chancellor. At the moment, Chancellor is not very important since we're not trying to expand. Um, well, Queen Leofern of Essex is actually a very good target. We can't just declare war, I mean, without losing a lot of piety and gold. So I think I actually want... how good of... no, you are 4 diplomacy. So we'll just pick another guy. Let's say... you are also a commander, so we will just relieve you as a commander, and you will be our chancellor, and hopefully you will fabricate a claim on Middlesex. In general, I don't like fabricating claims. It's really I don't think it's the best mechanics. I'm using it in this let's play because that's not the point. I mean, the point is to convert this land to this small foreign culture. But in general, I just like to give myself extra challenge and just prevent fabricating claims like this. What you could do in this case is just look for if there are any claimants of this county, invite them to your realm, give them some land, and then attack your neighbor. That's, for example, one way of expanding. Another way, a slightly longer way, is of course invite those claimants to your court, marry them to your house, and then just when they produce children, just push for their claims. It's much slower, it requires more planning, but I just think it gives this game an extra dimension. And for this let's play, I will, at least in this stage where we're very small, I will fabricate claims. So we got a daughter, our second daughter, Cinneberg, something like this. I won't change names. Yeah, and yeah, what? Okay, some more money. 10 gold is good. And in 10 years, I'm really waiting now. In 10 years, it's in 7 years now, we will be allowed to revoke the County of Kent. This will make things much more stable. We will actually be, chest pains, that's not good. Do we have a... yeah, we have a court physician, so let's hope it's nothing serious. Okay. We just have symptoms now, so this can turn into anything really, from a minor flu to a serious cancer. So fingers crossed we don't catch something really bad here. Is our child still Anglo-Saxon? Yes. And another thing which is very nice, since he's landed now, landed characters produce more children, so he's got now a daughter, and she's also Suebi. This is a good news for our plan. While these guys stopped having children, and I think there is some inner mechanic. You can't just breed people at your court. You can't have hundreds of people on your court. It's there's something hidden there that they just don't, unless they are of your house, they won't have children from some number. We lost Gregarious. It's it's bad, but not too bad. Now, prosperity of in Sussex, of course, I will spend money any day for this, just because we need very high prosperity in Sussex once we become Suebi to flip the culture. I think we need prosperity level 2. At prosperity level 2 we'll be able to flip, we will be eligible for an event that flips culture. If we are this guy is not, so we are not currently, we're Anglo-Saxon, but when our son comes in power, he will have the chance to flip culture, of course, providing that our current guardian changes his culture. So there's, as you can see, there's a lot of conditions, so this is a game of numbers and probabilities, so it's not always, my role as a player here is just to increase those probabilities, but it's still entirely possible to just fail the game. So it's a kind of game where you can't be, even if you're playing, if you have an ideal strategy, you can still have very bad luck and lose the game. Just let's say one trivial example would be if you start with a 1 county minor, no children, and you die on day 1. I mean, it's on day 2, for example. So you can't be so good so that this doesn't happen. It simply happened. It's very unlikely, but theoretically it can happen. Okay. My daughter, the youngest daughter, is not feeling well, so nasty dysentery. Oh, yep. Too bad, she died. Oh well. She died. That's why you need more. You need more children. So this plot is not going anywhere. It would be really useful if the game would tell us, once the character goes into hiding, if the game would tell us in numbers what this means. For sure, I mean, from experience I know that you literally almost can't kill a character that went into hiding. Who is she? It's one of the debutantes that we invited. It's not appropriate. It's not appropriate, meaning it's not in my interest at the moment to do this. But if you have an heir or some guy that you really want them to produce more children, you can use this event to basically to help them more children. Yeah, back to this. So it would really help if the game would tell us, what does this mean now? He went into hiding. Do I have now maybe, I don't know, 50% plot power, or what's the actual number? I don't know. So if you know, if one of you know what this means, please feel free to let me know in the comments below the video. I just know from experience that it's very unlikely this to happen, and I'm just debating, should I just keep doing this or forget about it and focus on something else? Because while we're doing this, we don't have a chance to get more technology. So while we're doing this, we are not doing study technology focus. How many troops do you have? 300. We have 800. So, they really, they're not very threatening, but it can be a problem because he's getting stronger while we're waiting choose to go away. Well, this is the point, see? So he's now 8. So it took him 2 years with proper focus, and our heir of House Hastings, Ilfmer, it's really a strange name, Ilfmer, I don't know how to pronounce it, but he is now of Suebi culture. This is what we wanted. So if he doesn't die, and we keep at least one landed, one county or this duchy, then we have chance to fight and just increase our empire. Perfect. This is a very lucky event for us, I have to say. And you can only do this if the guy, if he would be on our court, simply educating our child. I don't think he can convert the child to his culture. So they really need to be landed characters. Was the vassal situation? Yeah, we have all except for this Earl of Kent, who is really angry. So we usurped his title, declared war, defeated me. Well, that's your problem. And yeah, and we discouraged him from factions, and so on and so on. What is this? So King of Pictland, Scottish king, wants to marry who is he? His child to my daughter, which would bring us into an alliance. I mean, he is a king, that is good. So he's very weak at the moment, quite far away. I'm thinking strategically. How likely is it that this will help us in our future wars, so that he will bring a significant army down in time? And I think I will decline it. Maybe before we decline, let's see what are the alternatives here. Before we decline this is the target, so I don't want to marry here because it would give us defensive pact. He's 9 years old. What would you accept this? No. So you don't like us enough to accept this. You don't have a male child or a male relative, a male sibling. What about here? You have... No? Really? Political concerns, okay. What about down there in Cornwall? You have a brother. Not even this. So we are really not popular. Not very liked. So in this case, I think I will just accept it. And this gives us just a pact at the beginning. So we are in non-aggression pact, just saying, we declare not to attack each other, while the people who did this agreement are alive. So yeah, maybe 10 years until the king of Pictland dies. I mean, it's not super useful, but it's something that we can... It's at least something. And yeah, our daughter needs a proper education focus. Daughters are good for intrigue, because if you need some support in foreign court to kill someone, they can do it, but she is really not good for this job. So I think I'll pick stewardship here. Yep. Haughty and fussy. Okay, so I unfortunately, because we have this focus, we will not get very good child traits, I believe. And it's probably just a random mix of things. But, you know, changing the culture early is more important than anything else. So, peasants are complaining. Why? About his arbitraries. Is he? Yes, he's arbitrary. I don't know what this does. Oh, we did get a revolt risk. I don't want that. I don't want any revolts right now. Because simply we don't have strong armies. It can easily become the problem that we would have to solve by spending money hiring mercenaries and things like this. Not very good thing. What else? We can assign 3 more commanders, but you know, we will wait until we go to war. The truce is still 4 years away, so that's something to keep in mind. I just think we will not be able to kill this guy. So it's just something we'll have to, instead of using intrigue, we will use our military power to take his land. And of course I will not give Kent away. Kent will become, I think it's the biggest, yeah, it's at the moment the largest county with 4 holdings, 2 churches, a city and a castle. So I think it would make sense, and since we're a duke of, or a king of Kent, even petty king of Kent, to even move our capital to Kent, just for the role-playing purposes. And it's also the strongest county in this duchy, so I think I'll do it when we get, if we get it, of course. I like to pace the game slow, so I really, you know, even if there's nothing happening, there's things going through my head and I'm thinking what I could be doing now, and sometimes I check what's going on my court. I don't know. Sometimes somebody comes and I don't know, he's a interesting character. He was defeated, left his country, he's got claims. Sometimes it's an old guy with the lowborn with a lot of money. I mean, it's unlikely, but it does happen, and things like this. So that's how I like to play this game. I don't like to, for example, I play EU4 very differently, much more min-max thing, but here it's a mix between min-max and roleplay, and it's just, I think, works well with this game. So we still have the revolt here, actually for another 4 years. Revolt risk, that is, not actual revolt. Once we have this county, I will feel much stronger to maybe just attack some neighbors for tributaries. See, so she's a tributary to this King of Wessex here. So he's just sucking her money, and it's definitely something I want to be involved in as well. But at the moment I just feel we're not strong enough. We we gave away our second county, and we have this loyal vassal here. Let's fix this first, then we'll think about expansion. And I have to say we were lucky to get to change our son's culture so quickly. So that is good, but we have to have this in mind. Once we become the ruler as this child here, we will be more likely to be attacked because we're of a different culture, and that's a certain opinion malus for every leader here. And this opinion is worse in the early ages. In the later ages, with technology, is it tolerant? Yeah, tolerance actually helps by reducing this. So it goes down by 50% when you have max tolerance. So at the end of the game, different cultures don't mean so much than at the beginning. Maybe we can hand out some minor titles, or these honorary titles. You can be Master of the Hunt. You like us for 100, so I will not do this. How long is this truce now? We just need... So I think I will give up trying to kill this guy, because it's much more important to focus on military and go back to studying technology. We tried, it didn't work. No problems. We will solve the problem in a different way. So we gained additional probably about 50 troops by focusing to war. Sussex prospers, perfect. So we have now the first level of prosperity. We need 2 levels in prosperity for the chance to convert the culture. And we will really need to protect this. Especially when Vikings become active. They are still at home building their boats, which I'm sure they will use to pillage our holdings. The cat, yeah, the cat. What? The cat died? I don't know what this gives us. If 13 gold for the cat would be honored. What does this mean? Probably prestige. I just think maybe I'll do it just so that I see what happens. I don't know what happened here. I seriously don't know. Did the game just take our money? That's really bad. And yeah, the court chaplain, I think, since we will get this county soon, I will just improve relations with these bishops here, and there are 2 bishops. Yeah, so that we'll get more money once we get this county. Now the focus of our son. So he's got some talent in stewardship and intrigue, just like intrigue is just like the father, and learning. So if we go stewardship, this will further decrease our martial. If we go intrigue, this will. I think we should go intrigue. Yeah, because this will work on one of the stats that's already quite high, and we will get additional bonus to stewardship. So yeah, this is intrigue. I could now, since he is of proper culture, just assign him another guardian, but I think our vassal is just fine here. Okay, so we still have just about 1 year, over 1 year to end the truce. So we'll play until the end of this year, and then I'll make the cut. And yeah, I have to say it was a successful episode, certainly. What I consider success is that we actually converted the culture. That's the point. I mean, it's the point of this campaign, basically. So failing at that would just be the end, I think. Let's go running. This will give us some more martial. Oh, prestige, yeah. So we got some more prestige. We're making almost 2 ducats a month, which is not a lot. It's because we gave that Surrey County away. It was just something we had to do. There's no other way around it. Perfect. And at the beginning of the next episode, we will revoke and fight for the county of Kent. So this will be the first task to do, and obviously look for our ways to expand. I think north looks the most promising, since we have a child in power, a small girl. So I really think this will be the best way to expand, but we'll see. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.